time. So how do you try to explain what you were saying earlier?
It just always made me wonder if they say we all, the Big Bang, and it started from uh, the size of a grain, or everything could fit in a teaspoon. Um, but when we see a star that's 3,000 light years away, it took 3,000 light years for that light to get here. So my example is, if we're on, uh, to make it even easier, we're in the desert, just flat, empty, and we start walking backwards down the road, separate from each other. You're
Right, so
heading east.
we start at the same point.
We start at the same point. You're walking backwards east, I'm walking backwards west, and we can see each other, right? And we started at the same point, just like the Big Bang came from the same seed, if you will, or teaspoon, if you will. And all that light and all that energy, mass, everything expanded, came out of nothing into something, and got to a point where things were kind of where they were going to stop in their place. Now they're shining their light all throughout, or like a star. It's a ball, it shines its light, so it's going in every single direction. But it takes 3,000 light years for that light to get here. If we started and we see each other, we're face to face, and we're walking backwards, and we never lay eyes off of each other, and we walk to the distance of 1,500 light years apart, where is the point that we no longer see each other, but then wait 3,000 years for your image to get back to me in my telescope?
Right, that doesn't make sense at all.
I understand what you're saying, and maybe me saying telescope because you wouldn't need a telescope because you always see each other.
No, the telescope doesn't make it doesn't make it any less. It doesn't make sense because you would see the image always.
That's my point. So how do they say, and I understand there's star creation and everything, so go to the smallest molecule, or go to the dust. If you're constantly seeing, if two objects, no matter if it's a little speck of dust, or if it's, some of them stars that are so big they're like 1,000 of our stars, or 100 of our stars, and we finally see their light, and they say we're looking 3,000 light years into the past. We still all came from the same, we began at the same spot.
Right.
So when the universe expanded and everything, the light was once there at that point.
You're trying to say, so, like, let's say a star is created. When is the point that the star becomes? Are they outside? Shit.
Yeah, this cast is going to be all jacked up. No, my point is, and it's a very hypothetical thing. That's why I was saying, let's say we are both stars, okay?
Yeah.
And you had you were kind of arguing with me on that, because you know, then we got into human eyesight and all of that stuff, which that has nothing to do with it. My point is, you know, and it's very hypothetical, but it just makes me wonder when they say it takes 3,000 light years for that light to get here, and you're in a sense looking 3,000 light years into the past. Well, all matter was once occupying the same spot. So how is it when light goes from A to B, it says it took that light to go back from B to A before we could see it? I know why it doesn't make any sense at all to you.
No,
But that's why
it,
I'm